Hey everyone, it's Adam. I wanted to talk to you today about when you should move up on the level of difficulty, such as the beginner, intermediate, advanced, because one of the biggest variables that's going to influence whether you're going to see success is really dependent not only obviously on your consistency, which is the most important, your intensity, which is right the focus in the work that you put in, but also on how much you challenge yourself. This is something that I have learned from Arnold, that Daniel has learned from Arnold, and that Arnold speaks about all the time, and that you will rise to the level that you challenge and push yourself, right? It's one thing to put in the reps, but it's another thing to put in reps that don't fundamentally force you to become better. And the one thing that I worry about, which is understandable, is that you become afraid that you're not ready to take the next step. You get this beginner mindset. And while ultimately it is up to you, we think in general that after you've gone through about 2 different entire programs, right? So if you're in the starting from scratch, if you starting from scratch and do all 3 phases, you go through, say, next level, starting from scratch. At that point, when you've been training for 3, 4, 5 months, it doesn't mean that you're advanced, but it does mean that you are ready for a more significant challenge, because that is how you get better. At some point, you need to increase the challenge. You need to embrace a little discomfort in order to grow beyond where you are right now. So our recommendation in general is that if you are starting from scratch, a beginner, after you've gone through 2 programs, maybe 3, you're ready to bump up to that intermediate level. If you are an intermediate level, though, we recommend that you probably, in general, depending on your experience coming in, are going to want anywhere from 6 to 12 months at the intermediate level, because a lot of those intermediate programs are incredibly challenging. And if you started at intermediate, it means that you had a couple years of consistent training under your belt. And then at that point, you can progress up afterwards to the more advanced levels. I think that you'll find that with consistency and with intensity, you can get incredible results with all of these. But in order for you to make that biggest jump, once you establish consistency, at some point, you need to take off those training wheels and you need to challenge yourself and realize that you are better, you are stronger, you are more capable than you think. So many people never see progress because they do the exact same programs over and over again, or the exact same stimulus or challenge over and over again. And that's the same as picking one weight, like taking 20-pound dumbbells and always doing 20 pounds, 3 sets of 10, and never going up to 25, or never pushing to 12 or 15 reps. You are keeping yourself in a plateau, and you need to experience that friction, that resistance that you will overcome to become better. So after you've gone through at least 2 programs, if you're a beginner, don't be afraid to take that next step. If you're intermediate, you need a little bit more time. If you're advanced, we got lots of incredibly challenging programs. And ultimately, when you're going through this, if you're not being consistent, if you're taking too many rest days, if you're jumping in and out of programs, the thing that you need to worry about isn't the level of program or how many phases or reps or sets. It's just being consistent, building that habit, getting that routine, making it automatic, and that is when you will see great results. I hope this helps.